Hello, loves, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Happy You Tarot. We're going to do our second half of our love reading, love messages today. We're going to look at Libra through Pisces. Okay, so the person on your mind, we're going to look at your energy versus their energy, the energy around the connection, any blockages, challenges, and we're also going to get some advice from Spirit. Okay, from the Oracle. So we're going to look at the situation through Oracle and Tarot. And yeah, so let's get started. I hope all is well. Thanks again for those who have subscribed. If you have not and you want to be a part of the family here, we're growing. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment, engage with me. Let me know what's going on with you and how the readings resonate. And yeah, so let's get started. Right, we're going to start with Libra. All right. Libra, I hope all is well. Person that's heaviest on your mind, Libra. Okay, let's look at it. And this is a love reading. Most of the time it is pulling romantic partnership, but just, love is love. It could be family member, a friend, someone that's just, whoever's the heaviest on your mind as it relates to love. All right, so let's see. All right, for Libra. Okay, so Libra, um, on your side, you have the Knight of Wands energy, um, fire energy, so very determined energy, and energy of desire, desiring something, being in anticipation of something. And on your person's side, they have the Sun card. Okay, Leo energy, about which is all about clarity. All right. I'm wanting to say like there's a desire for clarity, for some like seeing. Um, you may be at odds with the person on your mind. Like you all are in separation. Maybe something happened, maybe an argument, a disagreement, and there's a need for clarity. You're desiring that, and I feel like you all meet there. So, like, if something happened with you and this person, if you fell out with them, you're not speaking to them right now. There's some type of, you're just not coming together and talking or compromising, but both of you want to. Okay, that's what I'm feeling, because you have desire, like a desire to move forward, to have the conversation. And this person with the Sun card, they want clarity. Okay, they want clarity. The Sun card could also speak of just feeling really happy, but the way the cards are falling, and this person maybe they have, maybe in this time of separation, they do have this clarity and they feel like, um, they see you, they're able to see the situation more clear. For some of you, maybe you have separated, but you're not spending any physical time together, but you're just talking things through, giving each other some space. And it seems like it's helping the connection. Okay, so time apart may be helping the connection, Libra. All right. For those of you who are questioning, should I separate from this person? Maybe one of you or the other one is saying, I need some space. So if that is this, if that's the person on your mind, if they're saying, well, Libra, I really just need some space. I need some time to think about it. I don't feel like they're just saying that. I think that they really do need it. And what I'm saying is that if you give them some time, give them some space, it's, they will come around and maybe see things from a different perspective. Okay. There's a need for that. All right. The energy around the connection, you have the Tower card and the Three of Swords. So something definitely happened in this connection. All right. I was picking up maybe a argument. Something may have come to the surface. Someone may have found out something that I'm hearing a third party. And maybe that was the disappointment with this Three of Swords energy being here. And then the Tower card, like it shifted something. So it changed the dynamic or the trajectory of the relationship. So the two of you could have been, moving forward. Things are going well. And then something happened out of the blue is what I'm getting. And so like I said, you may be in separation from this person. Some of you may be in separation from your person, but you're still communicating with them because you want to gain clarity or they want you to understand where they're coming from. Okay. So that's the energy I'm picking up, Libra. Blockages and challenges right now is to give this a second chance. You have the Ace of Wands, so that could be a fresh start. The card says energy, so like new energy being poured into a situation. And maybe it's a challenge because maybe both of you are conflicted as to, although you're understanding maybe where you went wrong, where the other person went wrong, or just whatever happened, you're like, okay, you're in a place of acceptance of what happened, but you're questioning, but is the conversation or the apology, is it worth giving this another chance? Okay, so that may be where you're on the fence. Okay, so but I do see that it is an obstacle here, but so new life, new energy being poured into a situation, giving someone another chance. Okay, well, let's see, I'm gonna pull one more card. I'm gonna clarify. I want to pull one more card as it relates to the energy around the situation. Why is the Three of Swords here? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you may have found out about a third party. The Lovers is here and the High Priestess. So that could definitely be like, Libra, you could have found out that this person maybe was connecting with someone else. Maybe if this is a newer connection, you found out that, your person may be communicating with someone that, like an ex, and this person told you that that situation was over, and then you found out that they were still communicating with this person, and you just feel uncomfortable about that because you feel like they weren't being, transparent with you, showing you their true hand, or and being honest with you. But you're still wanting to move forward with this person, but both of you need clarity, because it's like you're desiring to come together to fix things, to hear this person out, and then this person also wants you to understand where they're coming from, what happened, and you take it how it resonates. Things could be reversed. You could be the one, Libra, that that wasn't being honest with your person, and so they're really wanting some clarity. The Lover's card can indicate like an ultimatum, like you having a choice between two lovers, two individuals. Desire with the Knight of Wands here, which is the energy of desire. You could be with someone, but desiring, someone from your past, or desiring another person. Maybe there's two people here. Definitely, and one of them, this person didn't know. Because Three of Swords, clarifying the Three of Swords is the High Priestess and the Lovers. So yeah, this person, it is on their side of disappointment. So this just happened all of a sudden with this Tower card here. So it has been a shift because something came to light. Okay, something was revealed. Your advice from Spirit, in this deck, there's a card, authenticity card. You are the one, and then the wheel talks about changes. Okay, there. Spirit wants you to know that, like, there is an opportunity here. There's an energy of maybe if you're wanting to shut the door on this connection because maybe you found out that the person that your person is maybe secretly talking to someone behind your back or communicating, or maybe you are, but the energy is just, Spirit is like nudging you all to give this a chance to come back to the table, talk about it, because there's a sense that you're supposed to be with this person. Like, this is, right now at this appointed time, right? This person is in your life for a reason. There's an energy that, and if this is like a married couple, there's an energy of like something very, I want to use the word traumatic, but, you take that how it resonates, and that could be on, but there's a sense that something happened and it shook the core of the relationship, but Spirit is just like, you all are better than this. Like, you can get through this. Okay. That's also what I'm feeling. But you got to do what's best for you. I don't sit in a position to tell someone, if you feel like your partner betrayed you, that you just have to run back to them and give them a second chance. But the energy I'm feeling here is that, if you want to salvage the connection, if the question on your mind is, is it worth it to, make amends with this person, try to salvage the relationship? What I'm getting is yes. And this person wants that too. You're their happy place with this Sun card. And they want to get on the same page with you. They want to forgive you, right? Or you them, and you want to forgive them. And they want to move on. The Spirit is move on and get to a place of understanding where you all just kind of meet and get back on the same page, get back in alignment with one another. And Spirit is saying that, yes, it's possible. And I think it's possible because the two of you really desire that. Like, you really want that. You don't really want to, separate permanently or see this to end. Like, you don't want there to be an ending to this at this time. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. I'm going to pull you an oracle card. This is for Libra advice. Yeah, the both of you, yeah. You have heartbroken. You have the energy of heartbroken. Okay, so yeah, there definitely has been some with heartbroken. You have the Three of Swords here, and the Tower card. Something definitely happened. It says deeply hurt, feeling lost, grieving, despair, breakup. So I could definitely be Libra, speaking to a Libra who you and your person is in some type of separation, something really both of you feel heartbroken in a situation. Okay. It's giving me an energy of like a third party. So maybe, one of you stepped outside of the relationship, or you just weren't honest with your person. If you're, maybe you're dating them and one feels like they're focused on you, they're dating you seriously, seriously focusing their intentions on you being their person, right? And then someone is just kind of still trying to figure it out, but you're not being honest. So and you take that how it resonates. That could be you, that could be your person, but so one of you or both of you is feeling very heartbroken and sad and like, oh my God, I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't want to hurt this person. Okay. Because you also have the energy of blowing kisses, unconditional love, giving and receiving, wanting to be fair. Okay. So yeah. So it looks like overall, Libra, it looks like you and your person may have gone through something. You may be in separation from your partner, but it seems like you want to come back together. You do want this to work. So if you needed a sign, I guess it's yes. There's an opportunity. The energy is like just right for you to step in, continue to talk to this person. They want clarity. You desire to move forward. So it looks good. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that helped. All right. So Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. Hope all is well. We're doing love messages, the person that's on your mind. We're looking at your energy, their energy, the energy around the connection or the situation. And then, because you may or may not, be with this person, but energy around the relationship, blockages, challenges, and advice from spirit on how to move. Okay. All right. All right, Scorpio. All right. This is for Scorpio spirit. Okay. Clarify the Page of Wands on Scorpio and Scorpio's energy. All right. Star card. Pentacles. Okay. Scorpio, what I'm feeling, the person on your mind, they want you to take, it's a sense that the person on your mind wants you to take more initiative. Okay. That's what I'm feeling. There's a blockage somewhere with you. You admire this person. You recognize that this person is very generous and giving and nurturing. You respect that about this person. The Star card is here. This person has a lot of healing energy, but there's some fears that you have within yourself that is keeping you from telling this person how you feel. Okay. And what I'm getting is that, the other person has been forthcoming with you. They have expressed to you how they feel, what they desire in a connection, what they want. And there's a sense that they just want you to tell them something. Like, even if you tell them, I'm not ready for a higher level of commitment, because the hair, I saw the Hierophant. I think it was at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, so this person, like, they're being very honest with you and upfront with you. Like, I really want something solid. I really want something, long-term committed. this is what I bring to the table, right? They're having that conversation with you, and there's a sense, I'm getting a vision of like, someone sitting and listening to this person say that, and they're like, okay, and so the other person's like, kind of like dangling, like, okay, what, right? That's what I'm getting. And the person that's saying okay what is on your side, Scorpio, so it could possibly, it's the energy that of the person that's just sitting there listening to what this other person wants. The way my cards have fallen is on your side. You're like, I hear you, okay. And so your person just wants you to step up and take the initiative. Now, once again, take the energy how it resonates for you. You could be the one, telling this person, what's up and what you want, and and then they could be the one like, okay, yeah. But there's an energy of like just kind of having someone dangling, like, in this gray area. Like, you don't want to really say what you want or what you mean, but so that I don't like that energy then, because that's kind of like, the gray. Nobody wants to really be in that gray area, especially when we're entering romantic connections, because you kind of want to know where you stand, right? You want to know, and especially if your person is being upfront and honest with you, right? They want that back, because you Six of Pentacles, that, like, that this person is wanting what they give, right? So if they're communicating what they desire, what they need, they're like, what about you? And you see you see this person, Scorpio. You see that this is someone who is, you see this person's worth and value, that they are who they say they are, right? Because that is what is attracting you to this person, and it's also what is keeping you maybe not being as honest and upfront, because you don't want to lose them, okay? But then that can turn into a very one-sided, manipulative energy, okay? So don't do that, okay? Because be upfront with your intentions. I always say that the worst thing we can do is like manipulate and take away a person's right to choose, because that maybe they don't want to, they want to be intentional, and they want someone who knows what they want, and they're being honest with you about that. So we want to be able to give that back in return, even if it's just to say, I know that you want something, a deeper connection, you want a long-term, a serious commitment, and maybe you're the one that doesn't say that. You can't string people along just to satisfy, our ego. That's not right, and it's not gonna, you're gonna, whatever we put out is what we get back, right? So you're not gonna get anything of any kind of significance from that. The energy around the connection is curiosity, right? You have in this deck, there's a card, the paranormal, okay? And so it's like, what is going on, right? And then judgment, so there's an opportunity here, right? And I think the opportunity is there because you have met someone, or you're in connection with someone who is very upfront. The king, they're presenting as the King of Wands, someone who is just very upfront, very intentional. What they're, they don't leave anything, like they're being completely upfront about what they want, who they are, and you see that their behaviors are matching their actions, okay? Because that's King of Wands energy. Did I say that right? Or what they say, they're walking the walk, right? They're talking the talk and walking the walk, right? So, and that's the King of Wands energy. And so you're just kind of like, you're attracted to that, but you're having a hard time giving this person that in return. So judgment is like you need to take action in a situation. So some action needs to happen because there's like just there's a lot hanging in the balance. Um, a challenge right now is the King of Swords. Okay, so clarity, honesty, communication. Okay, that's a challenge, and I feel like it's more of you. Um, clarify, King of Swords. Yeah, yeah, it's because this person, yeah, this person is getting tired, Scorpio. Like they're communicating to you, they're being upfront with you, and you're gonna have to say something to them. You're gonna have to be honest back. Um, so if you value this person, just as an individual, like you know, maybe you don't sit in alignment with them as as a partner, right? You don't see a connection, long term relationship with them, but you have to be honest with them because it's almost heartbreaking. Like you're breaking their heart because you're not. And this person, High Priestess, this person is very intuitive, and so they can feel that you're being dishonest, but they're still giving you an opportunity with the Six of Pentacles being here and this Star card. They're still trying to, give you kind of some grace, right? But yeah. And Eight of Pentacles lets me know this person, they're working on, like they're giving you that, but also Eight of Pentacles is also letting me know that like Spirit is like you have to work on that. You have to work on maybe being honest, being upfront, and maybe that's something that keeps coming around for you, Scorpio. Like maybe you're meeting people, if you're out dating, loosely dating, or maybe if you're in a committed relationship, you could be in a marriage, and this person is like, you have to communicate with me what's going on. Like we have to be on the same page, or this is not gonna. I can't operate in this union this way. Okay, so yeah. This person is giving you a lot of grace. Two of Pentacles are being very flexible, trying to see things, balancing things, trying to see things from a different perspective. But, don't lose them. If they're valuable to you, don't lose them, or don't lose the friendship. Like if this is someone that you don't see long term with, at least share that with them so that they can move on and do what they have to do. And you all can keep maybe just, remain friends, have a cordial relationship, or where there's no conflict and chaos. All right, anything else, Spirit? Chariot. Yeah, Chariot talks about movement. Okay, you gotta, and next to Judgment, you gotta take action here, Scorpio, because the Chariot could also represent that this person is getting ready to do what's best for them and exit stage left. Okay. So that's what I have. I'm going to pull you one more card. Oh, you got the sunglasses. Watching, looking, perception, stalking. You, I feel like that's you, Scorpio. Like you see this person. And I feel like, if you're, it's also giving me the energy, Scorpio, that you may be dealing with some type of trust issues. You may be dealing with things that have nothing to do with this person. Okay. It's almost like you're just watching and waiting for the other shoe to drop, watching and waiting for something bad to happen. But if you're looking for something bad to happen, you're going to find it. But Spirit is like, but there's also an opportunity here with this Judgment card for you to see the beauty and the joy of this connection. Okay. So you're only looking at it from, if you're only looking at it from a perspective of, oh, I know something bad is going to happen, or, oh, I'm just waiting for this person to tell a lie, oh, I'm just waiting for this person to mess it up. Like, kind of sit with that. Like, why are you doing that? Okay? Because you have unconditional love, self-love. Like, there's a lot of, you're attracted to this person. Like, you see this person. I know I keep saying that, but there's something inside of you that is keeping you stuck. Speak your truth. That's my advice. Speak your truth. You know, I personally, I respect a person who speaks their truth, even if it's hurtful, right? Because it's their truth, right? And we have to respect that. I can respect that more than someone who just goes with the flow, right? And just tells me what they think I want to hear, right? Because there's a lot of us who we see the writing on the wall, right? We're you know, as we're tapping in deeper to spirituality and self-awareness, a lot of us on a healing journey, right? So we just see things clearly, right? And it seems like you're dealing with someone like that. It's kind of insulting then for you to only tell this person what you think they want to hear or lead them on, because they're kind of looking at you like, yeah, why are you doing that? I see that, right? So you're only really hiding from yourself. You're only really manipulating yourself. Okay, so don't do that, right? Be upfront, even if it hurts. Get it out the way now, right? Then it to be even worse later is what I want to say. Okay, so that was for Scorpio. So I hope that helps, Scorpio. Speak your truth. You know, we can speak our truth without harm or malice, but always speak your truth and live your truth. All right. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Peace, love, and light. And we're going to move on to Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. I hope all is well. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. Comment, subscribe if you have not already. And we are doing love readings, a person that's heaviest on your mind. We're going to look at your energy, their energy, the energy around the connection. And we're going to get you some advice, okay, on how to move in this situation. All right. Let me see, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, there's a sense that you are the person that's heaviest on your mind. If this, you know, if you're in connection with this person, or rather you just met them, or you're in a sacred union, you're bored. You're bored, and you know, and what you're bored, or you're fed up, or you feel complacent. And the reason why you feel this way is because you're tired of always being the one who is like, I'm hearing like bringing life to this situation, right? This person may be a drain on your energy. Like, you're the one that is encouraging them, and you're okay with that, but it's like it's not reciprocated, right? Like, it's not given to you. So you're the one that's doing the planning. You're the one that's initiating the conversation. You're the one that's pouring, you know, love and light into this person. If they're down and out, you're encouraging them. You're seeing the best in them, and it's draining you emotionally. Okay. This person loves your energy. You have the Four of Cups. They have the Ace of Wands. It's giving me an energy of someone who is giving energy vampire. I'm gonna be honest, but it's giving me the energy of someone who you know, you call them on the phone and you're like, hello, how are you? And they're like, oh, I'm not doing well. Like, and they're just spitting off all of these things that's going on with them. And you know, by the end of the conversation with you've lifted their spirits. They feel really good, but then they have exchanged all of that energy, right? So now you have all of their doom and gloom energy, right? Their low vibrational energy, and they have all of your, so it's almost like you're this person's caffeine fix, is what that's another way that I'm seeing it, right? Like you're this person's caffeine fix, and that just, who wants to be that? That's not, The energy around this situation is the Three of Swords and the Ten of Cups. It's like polar opposite energy, right? Like on one hand, and I feel like it's on your side, the Three of Swords, you're like, you're disappointed because it's maybe you thought that this could be someone that would reciprocate that, give and take, but you're just like, And this person sees you as their everything. They're getting everything from you. Ten of Cups, like they're content with you. And just like the Scorpio reading, make sure you're speaking your truth, because if you're leading this person on and having them thinking that everything's fine, but then inside you're like, oh, this is such a drain on my energy, and maybe you haven't even tapped into that. Like, so this is your reading to see it, because some of you may not even realize that you're doing this for this person, like you're giving and then they're just leeching off of your energy and they're not pouring anything back in. For some of you, you don't even expect this person to like be there for you, be supportive emotionally, because you know that they don't have it. But it's like, well, what is the point, right? We should edify one another. We should come into each other's life and make it better. Even if it's great, we should make it even better, right? So yeah, nobody deserves that. Like, you don't just want to be drained and taken advantage of. I mean, that doesn't feel good. Even for someone who's very nurturing and an empath, some people just like to, pour into others. But I mean, not in vain, right? So yeah, you may have met this person when they were, going through a breakup, going through a loss or something, and so you understand, you're being understanding with their situation. But now it's just like, okay, like it's been a year now, right? It's been 2 years. Like, when are you gonna bounce back? So yeah, but this person thinks they're everything because you're giving them everything energetically. A challenge right now is for you to not let this situation defeat you, Sagittarius, because you have the Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords can talk about conflict. It could be internal or external conflict. Like, this situation is causing you a lot of, like, you're questioning yourself, right? This person might be gaslighting you, love bombing you. So you feel like all over the place. Like, this isn't where you want to be, but then maybe they give you just a little bit and you're like, oh, okay, that was nice. And then it's an energy of like, they never give you exactly what you're giving. Like, you might be giving 120 and they're giving 10, and you're telling yourself you're okay. Some of you see it, but some of you, you're telling yourself, I'm okay. And this could be a family member. This doesn't have to be someone that you're romantically connecting with. You take it how it resonates, but this could be a family member. The Ten of Cups can talk about family as well. Or someone that, you see like family. So, you take that how it resonates. But yeah, your challenge here is to not let this like drain you completely, where you're losing yourself in this situation. Okay, your advice from Spirit is to stand up for yourself. You got to make a decision. Two of Wands, you gotta decide like what's best for you, because it's almost like, I want to say, this person has decided what's best for them, and what's best for them is to continue to drain you of your energy, drain you of all of your time, your energy. They love it. Like, they love everything about you. But like I said, they're giving you 10 and you're giving 120. Yeah, Spirit is also saying, Page of Swords is almost like Spirit is like, you see the signs. You see the writing on the wall. The Four of Cups gives me that too, because Four of Cups energy is like someone sitting back and observing, right? They know something is off, and they're just like, let me just sit back and see. So you may have, I don't want to say set this person up, but you may be saying things to this person now because you see that they're not gonna give to this connection, you know. And also, what I want to say, not in this connection, this person doesn't even know how to give to themselves. Like, they're not even taking care of themselves, right? So you're watching that because, I believe that who we are is who we are, right? So this person may be the same, like low energy, low vibrational energy in the connection with you at work, just wherever they go. And you're watching that. And because you're watching it, your spirit team is just like, you already see where this is headed. Okay. So yeah, you got to make some decisions. All right. And spirit is reminding you that, you don't have to stay in this situation. You have options, right? You can, you don't have to stay in that situation, or just say something, right? Speak your truth. Let this person know what you need. Some of you might be married to this person or in a, long-term committed relationship. You got the Hierophant, the Magician, and the Tower with the Five of Cups. Some of you are getting ready to separate from this person. And I want to say they don't even see it coming. They don't even see it coming. And that might be why you're, you feel bad because you're like, wow, they don't even see it coming. I'm getting ready to go, right? So, yeah. I'm going to pull you one more card, Sagittarius. And I'm not laughing at anyone's situation. I'm I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I'm going to be honest though about what I'm getting. But I know that has to be difficult, so I send you love and light. Your advice from the Oracle, you have the Coffee Cup energy. All right, and the Coffee Cup talks about moving on. Okay, it also can talk about finding yourself again, right? It talks about meeting, talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, and building friendships, or just building, becoming in union with you again. But it looks to me to moving on, like you may have met someone else. You may be exploring your options, especially with this Two of Wands being here, because Two of Wands also is asking, look at what's out here for me, right? I'm looking at all of my other options, taking a different route. So yeah, some of you may be doing that. You may have met someone else and they give you like a better, you don't feel drained around this person. Some of you may be realizing that you may just need to be single for a moment because you feel better when you feel like you'll have more clarity, just kind of taking care of yourself and pouring into yourself. But yeah, that's what I'm getting from this Coffee Cup energy. Some of you may be getting advice from a friend that knows you, and they're just like, no, this is not working. This isn't you, so they're helping you to kind of gain a little clarity. And you may be meeting this friend for coffee and just talking, and it's making you feel grounded again. Like, okay, like, this friend is like pulling you back into reality. Like, yeah. Or you could be doing that for yourself, and with this Four of Cups here, just kind of sitting back and just taking and analyzing the situation like, nope. So yeah, so that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. So I hope that that helped, gave you a little clarity on how to move in this situation. Um, Once again, I just leave you with I agree with the saying that says, we should come into each other's life and lift each other and make each other better. If someone is coming to your life and their whole energy drained and you feel worse, when they leave your presence than when they come into it, then that's your sign, right? Because that shouldn't be the case. All right. So that's what I have for you. And peace, love, and light. And we're going to move on to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. I hope all is well. We are doing love readings, a person that's heaviest on your mind. We're looking at your energy, their energy, the energy around the connection, and advice from Spirit on what to do next, how to move in this situation, okay? All right. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. Leave me a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. All right. I'm going to get the messages out to others on the path. All right. This is for Capricorn. Okay. Spirit, clarify the Hangman for Capricorn. Page of Cups. Clarify the Six of Cups for their energy around their person. There's an energy, Capricorn, there's an energy around the person on your mind. The relationship is complicated. I'm hearing complicated, very complicated, okay? The two of you care deeply about each other. On one side, your side, you have the Hangman, and their side, your person's energy is the Six of Cups. So it's giving me the energy of two people who what is that? I saw something once. It said what did it say? People enjoy, I can't remember exactly what it says. If someone knows, if you're watching this and you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments. But it's something about only being able to enjoy someone in one season, right? So like when you met this person, it was new and exciting, and you got the warm bubblies, right? And that's the season of summertime, springtime, right? But now that some time has passed, and that's the natural progression of things, right? You're starting to see the wholeness of this person, right? Like, because we're whole individuals, and we have a whole lot of other things going on, right? It's like the two of you are in a different season with each other, and you're not liking the person in this season. And this could be you, this could be your person, but it's kind of pulling the energy of this is both of you. Okay? So it's like we danced in the sunshine, but we don't know how to dance in the rain. Okay? That's what it's getting. So it's very complicated because your person is Six of Cups. It's like they're trying. They have Six of Cups clarified by the Strength card. So they're trying to find the strength and the courage to continue the connection, remembering who you all were. And I think that that's very good, but I think that also you need to examine where you are currently, right? Because we have to, if we're in connection with people, we have to understand that just like seasons change, we change. You know, things change. Maybe when you first met this person, maybe in the course of knowing this person, someone changed jobs and maybe they're not spending as much time as you would like to spend with them. Maybe the two of you have had children, and so now there's a lot of stress on the connection because of the kids. So you're seeing each other in a very, like, maybe the two of you had more time to spend together, to go out, to have fun. And now that you're parents now, so now it's just like you feel like we're just taking care of the kids and we're not spending any time with each other. So that's the complicated part. Like, I still care about this person, but I'm realizing that there's a lot of changes, and with these changes, I'm kind of looking at this person different because maybe, I don't know, maybe one of you is just showing a different side of yourself, or they can't handle the stress, or it's something like that. But it's just giving me an energy of complicated because it seems like it's two people that really care about each other deeply, but life is life, and it's like, I want to say life is like kicking your butt, and it's the energy of whatever life is doing to each of you separately. It's interfering in the connection. And you see that, Capricorn. You see that. You have the energy around the connection is Nine of Cups and the Judgment card. Once again, Nine of Cups gives me the indication that you're happy with this person, right? This is your person. You feel really good with this in this connection, right? But Judgment is like something has to happen. Right? It's almost like if you met this person in the sun, like, and this is how I'm getting it, because Spirit kind of gives me like these little, analogies or whatever. But it's like you met this person when it was sunny outside, right? And you were prepared for that because it's sunny outside, right? You have your shorts and your t-shirt and your sunglasses and you're ready, and now the season has changed and it's, we're in a rainy season, right? Or it's cold outside and you're not prepared, right? You recognize that the season has changed, although you still have on your shorts and your sunglasses and you haven't prepared, right? So you're just looking at each other like, and it's kind of like a resentful energy, like you didn't pack an umbrella, and they're like, no, you didn't pack an umbrella. You know what I mean? So it's that type of energy. So you're questioning each other, like, well, why didn't you pack the umbrella? But the truth of the matter is neither one of you were prepared, right? But you're not coming into. The energy is complicated because the both of you don't want to take responsibility for the fact that you two really weren't prepared, okay? And that's okay. I mean, we're not prepared for everything, but the thing is, you can't sit in the rain and argue with each other about who forgot the umbrella. No, both of you forgot the umbrella, right? So it's like, what are we gonna do next, right? Let's go find the umbrella. And so that's what the Judgment card is giving me, okay? Spirit is like, you gonna cry over the milk that's spilled, or we're gonna get a paper towel and wipe it up and move on, right? So that's the energy that I'm getting, Capricorn. Let's see. Your challenge right now is to trust your intuition. Queen of Cups. Because I feel like, and you know, you take that how it resonates, but like your intuition is screaming to you, like either, look, one of us got to go get the umbrella, so let me go get it, you know. Or your intuition is saying, if we're going to continue to sit here and fight about the umbrella, like maybe this isn't the person that I need to be with, if that makes sense, right? Like you're just you're just taking observation of all of these things. Because maybe you're like, well, I'll go get the umbrella, but the person is still screaming to you, you know, you're at fault for not bringing it. And you're like, okay, whatever, like I'm going to get it. It's something like that. It's just, it's like the energy, and it's on your person side that they're like wanting to go back to this past of this son and what had happened. And then you're just like, you have the hangman. It's like, okay, I realize that we weren't prepared, but come on, we still gotta stay in this and do what we have to do, right? If we're gonna commit to this situation. And you're willing to do that. You got the Page of Cups on your side. Your person has the Strength card on their side. So I feel like either they want to do that as well, but there's something stopping them. Because the Strength card can also talk about somebody who is just like not flexible. They're like, I'm not compromising, right? You go get the umbrella. I'm not getting the umbrella. That type of energy, okay? So that could be you. That could be your person. It could be both of you. But Spirit is just like, you're going to have to. Also, too, remember why you all started. Like, remember that feeling of like how you felt in the beginning. And maybe you said to each other, we're going to withstand this no matter what. We're going to be in this for the long haul. Like, remember that feeling and what that was, okay? Let's see. Your advice from Spirit, you have the Ace of Pentacles. And I don't read these cards in reverse, but it did fall out in the reverse. So I'll read it both ways. And then you have the Justice card. You gotta bring some balance in here. Okay. Spirit is just like, nothing is gonna work in this connection if both of you are just like pointing out the flaws of each other. Like, okay, yes, we're flawed, we're imperfect. What's next? What's the solution? Right? You know, I'm a firm believer of like not staying stuck in the problem. We face the problem, that's the problem, but what are we going to do to fix it? Okay? So I'm speaking to a couple that it's complicated because the both of y'all are just stuck in the middle. You see the situation, but you're keeping yourself stuck because you keep talking about it, right? So it keeps manifesting more of the stuckness, right? But you got to start looking at the solution. What are we going to do? Right? Like I said, my little example of the umbrella. Are we going to get an umbrella? Or we're going to stand here and get wet, right? Like, what are we going to do? Spirit also wants you to know that the Ace of Pentacles lets me know that, once again, Spirit is like, remember why you started, okay? Remember the good stuff, that you all have so much abundance in this connection that, you know, it was worth it to you at one point in time. Like, what changed? You know, if you felt that this was going to be your person or you could do this, you know, what has changed? And bring some type of balance into the situation. The Ace of Pentacles reverse could just talk about whatever you're currently doing, like it's not working, right? Because Ace of Pentacles is like, let's plant a seed, right? Let's nurture it. Eight of Pentacles reverse is like, let's just throw the seed on top of the soil and walk away from it. And so, you know, I mean, it might bury itself, but it might not. And most of the time it may not, right? We have to nurture what we want to grow. So Spirit is just like, you got two options, right? And we all have two options, free will and choice. We can go this way or that way. So Spirit is just, your advice is like, you can plant and water and nurture this relationship, or you can watch it just wither away until it is no more. Okay. And Spirit is like, the choice is yours, but you know, you have to take accountability. Like, whatever if you're watering it it'll grow, and whatever you're watering is going to grow. And if you don't, and you have nothing, then you can't complain about having nothing. If you went on a trip, right, back to the rain, and there was a possibility of rain and you didn't prepare, you can't, I mean, seasons change. Our climate changes, right? We have to be prepared. So I don't want to just keep on saying that and be, you know, but yeah, that's what's going on. That's what I'm picking up, Capricorn. All right. So I'm going to pull you one more card. Golden Mirror. Wow. Okay. So yeah, this situation, it said Golden Mirror talks about one-sided connections, being self-absorbed, love bombing, and narcissistic energy. Okay. So very low vibrational. I don't like any of that energy personally. Because that's very toxic when we talk about relationships of all kinds, right? Nobody wants to feel love bombed and feel like they're giving and nobody's pouring in, you know, one-sided connections and feeling manipulated, narcissistic. But I feel to say that, like, Spirit, your advice here is like, it's if something does not change with this Justice card being here, you know, some balance is poured back into here, some fairness, right? You're able to see things from a different perspective with your partner. Judgment, you know, take action in love, right? It's kind of tiptoeing on, it's leaning more towards like a very one-sided, a very self-absorbed connection, okay? Where you're just kind of existing, but nobody really cares, you know. So Spirit is like, remember why you started. Because, I mean, I don't know. People get into relationships for all kind of reasons, but I've never met a person who's like, we hate each other and this isn't going to work, but we're going to do it anyway. Like, but, you know, I haven't met everyone, so I don't know everybody. I don't know, but the energy that it's presenting is just like, you all didn't start out this way. And so Spirit is just like, it doesn't have to be this way, but you have to recognize that maybe even if you weren't prepared for this outcome, you're here now, and you got to make a decision, right? And you got to pull up your, you know, your your shirt and your, you know, your big girl pants, big boy pants, and you just got to get to work, right? Because seasons change. Right? You can't always dance in the sunshine. Rain is coming. Snow is coming. You know, change is inevitable. All right. So I hope that helped, Capricorn. Peace, love, and light to you. And we're going to get ready for Aquarius. So Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. I hope all is well with you. We are doing love messages, the person that is on your mind. So far, the second half of these readings have been intense. I'll just say intense. All right. So a need for introspection is what I'm feeling to say for this half of the of the collective. But yeah, so we're doing the person on your mind. We're going to look at your energy, Aquarius, their energy, the energy around the connection, any blockages or challenges, and then some advice. Okay. All right. Let me see. I feel like this one was supposed to come out. Came out in the reverse. Okay, I'll keep it like that. All right. All right, Aquarius, let's see. clarify Empress. Page of Pentacles. Okay, I like it. I like it. Aquarius. So on your side, you have the Sun card. You feel really happy in this connection, or the person on your mind makes you feel really happy. You feel like there's a lot of clarity and just fun times, energy. This may be somebody you met. This may be someone that you've been with, but you just feel really good in this person's energy. And and they feel the same way about you. On their side, they have the Empress. They're very nurturing. It's giving me an energy of like someone who, like the two of you complement each other in the way that someone is the planter, right? Like if you're gardening, someone is planting seeds for growth, and then someone is watering those seeds. So the two of you, like the energy just like complements each other and just works really well together. That's beautiful. This person feels like they can rely on you, right? So it's like they want to nurture the connection because they know that you're also going to do that. You're going to take care of what it is that they're nurturing. That's beautiful. The energy around the connection, the two of you, Queen of Swords, there's a lot of fairness, communication, speaking your truth. Okay, yeah. I feel like this is if you're in a relationship with this person, I feel like you all have known each other for a while, and it may not have always been like this. Like you all may have been through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of changes, but like you stuck it out. You nurtured the connection. You really poured into each other, and now it's almost like you're watching the fruits of your labor. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because the Six of Swords, detaching, it's like you all had to go through something and you had to detach from that, right? But then the Queen of Pentacles is clarifying that. So it's like you had to detach and maybe start anew so that something could grow and start and be beautiful and abundant again. Okay, that's what I'm getting. That's beautiful. That's the energy around your connection. A challenge for you, I don't think there's a challenge. A challenge for you is just to know that like you all are creating some type of legacy. Okay, so the challenge might be, if you're wondering if you and your partner, Aquarius, are like, are we making a difference? Or is our kid, if you have children together, are they seeing the fruits of our labor, or is it paying off? Are we being, the answer is yes. Like, I'm hearing someone say, I want to make my mom proud or my dad proud. Maybe you're wanting to create a family because maybe, you came from a family that was very connected, and you want to be able to create that again with your family. Or maybe you did not have it and you didn't have a blueprint for it, because it's also giving me that, and you had to learn through trial and error, but now you all at like the sweet spot, like you like it's working like a well-oiled machine. Like, we got this now, right? We had to pour a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this connection, but it's moving, it's working. So that's beautiful. So the challenge is for you to just see that. And what I'm seeing is yes, like you're breaking generational curses together. Like, this is beautiful. Okay. I hear my spirit team is saying, if you have not met this person yet, like this is what the seeds that you're planting, taking care of yourself and possibly your children. Like you're putting yourself in a position where you're going to meet someone who sits in alignment with your core beliefs and values to create a legacy. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So for my single Aquariuses, yeah. So if you've met someone, because like I said, it's the energy is the person on your mind. Maybe what's on your mind is, will I ever find my person? Okay. Doing all the things that I'm doing, the self-work, the healing. Maybe you're working a lot and you're not really out dating. Am I going to meet this person? Maybe that's what's heaviest on your mind. Yes, you are. You're going to meet someone that aligns with those values. Yep, Spirit is like your determination is paying off with this Queen of Wands. That's beautiful. And High Priestess, you're coming into alignment with yourself spiritually. So you're connecting with your spiritual partner. Okay? If the person on your mind, if you've met someone or you're already with this person, yeah, this is your spiritual partner. And you all see that. Like you had to get to this point through doing all of this, you know, learning through trial and error and all of that. But, you know, this is beautiful. This is a very, I want to say a hardworking couple. Like you recognize the, or your person, you know, whoever's coming towards you, like they recognize that relationships are work. And it doesn't have to be draining work, but you definitely have to pour into it with this Empress here and this Queen of Pentacles. Whatever we want to grow, we have to nurture, right? Yeah. So this person, your person recognizes that, and you do too. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, Aquarius. Well, your reading was straightforward, so pull your... Yeah, you and this person, there's a new beginning. Like, so this could have been someone you separated from, and then you were clear that, like, you know, this is my person. You had to heal. They had to heal some individual traumas, whatever from the past. But you recognize that this is your person. You may have stuck it out and done the work with this person. You have the Coffin energy, which talks about new beginnings, liberation, reborn, transition, tragic endings. So you and this person could have definitely gone through some things in your individual lives or together in this connection. And as you come together, like it's like you're not taking each other for granted, because you do understand and see things in life from a different perspective. Okay, that's beautiful. You also have karmic relationship. So, and karmic doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, bad. I think sometimes we look at karmic as negative, right? Karma is just something that provokes change, right? Causes us to look at something, gets our attention, right? So that we can change and become the best versions of ourselves if we look at it that way, right? So, yeah, so maybe you went through some things and the other person, but it's karmic relationship. It talks about, yeah, just a different perception, having, you know, seeing things for the way that they are. And then it looks like to me, Aquarius, you and your partner or the person on your mind is, you see things for how they are, and then you're operating through that, understanding the value of relationship, of family, of, you know, just everyday connections. Okay, so if this is someone you just met, it looks good. This person, it seems like you have the same core beliefs and values. If this is someone that you're waiting to come towards you, it looks good. And if that's the person on your mind, like, you know, you're thinking about your soulmate, you're thinking about your person, you're going to connect with that person. So just keep going, keep pouring it and working on yourself. And then if you're already in a connection, yeah, this looks good. This looks like two people who are really working on a connection, a relationship. You may have gone through some challenges like all relationships, but you didn't throw in the towel. You just made some difficult changes and made it better. You cut the weeds, right? You have the rose garden, but you got to clip the weeds, you know, so to keep it beautiful. And it seems like you all did that. So that's beautiful. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Leave me a comment. Let me know how this resonates. And peace, love, and light. And we're going to move on to, last but not least, Pisces. All right, Pisces. Hello, Pisces. I hope all is well. We are doing love readings, the person that's heaviest on your mind right now. Most of the energy has been romantic connections, but you take it how it resonates. It could be a family member, a friend. Okay. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. Share, subscribe if you have not already, and leave me a comment. Let me know how this resonates with you. All right. So last but not least, Pisces. This card under the bottom is like calling me to, so we're gonna get that. Okay. All right, Pisces, let's see. On your side, Pisces, you have the Ten of Swords, okay? And this person has the King of Swords. So both, a lot of mental, like a thinking, communication, just mental. Energy is mental. What I'm feeling is that you, Pisces, you may feel like you may not see forward movement with this person, right? Like you don't see anything like growing anymore in this connection, okay? That might, if you're in separation from this person, that might be why. Like you're not with this person because something happened and you're just like, I can't go back. So you may have felt betrayed by this person to the point that like, I can't go back. I can't look back. I just can't do it. Okay. And your person, King of Swords, they want you to kind of look at it again, right? They want you to reconsider. They want you to look there, and that's their perception is that they're being very logical. They want to talk. They want you to, open the door. You're like, no, the door is closed. Okay, so it's that type of energy. The energy around the connection is Two of Wands, which is about making a decision. Seeing your options, your choices, what is there for you and this person. And then seeing the truth in the situation with this Ace of Swords being here. Pisces, it's like the person on your mind is recognizing, like, it's like it's almost giving the energy of like both of you all are honoring where you are in the connection. Like you're honoring the fact that you're done. You don't see anything coming, like anything else happening in this connection. You're closing the chapter. And your person is yeah, I want to say your person is honoring the fact that, well, I take that back. Because I'm looking at the cards again. I'm gonna clarify. I don't know. You both may feel like you kind of, yeah. Your person wants to give some, like your person they're trying their best to respect how you feel that this relationship is over. However, it's almost like maybe they have done some introspection. They see where they went wrong in the connection. And so they want to come back and give it a second chance. And they're hoping that you will with this Ace of Pentacles. Like they want to plant a new seed for growth. They know it was ugly and they betrayed you. Or maybe that, that was your perception. You're done. But they just want you to give it one more chance, I feel like they've told you that, but and that's where you are with the decision making process. You kind of like, should I give them another chance? Should I listen to them, or should I just, and you're also questioning, is this person being honest with you? There's energy of like communication. Yeah, three of wands. Yeah. I feel like you are being considerate of this person's feelings. Like, is the thing is, if something happened to, like, if you're not, with this person, you all uh, broke up, but it's almost like you value each other still. So this could be two people who are still like friends, like you didn't, the friendship wasn't, what maybe wasn't destroyed, and maybe that's what's like making you want to reconsider, because you're still or maybe this person has like apologized, and yeah. And I feel like you want to give them a, you want to see if maybe you want to have a change of heart, but you just keep focusing on this ten of swords. Like, this person really hurt me. I want to open the door. I want to crack just a little bit, but I just don't know. So you're questioning that. A challenge right now is for you, the Hierophant card. Okay, the challenge is for you to kind of trust your intuition, stick to your, morals. If this situation really went against your core beliefs and values, what you value the most in connection. A challenge for you is to listen to that, because this may be someone that you gave a lot of chances to. Okay, and they may very well see you now, see your worth, your value, see how much you meant to them, but it's like you still have a choice, right? You still don't have to take this person back, but they want to come back, and I feel like they've shared that with you, Pisces. Your advice from Spirit, your advice is let's see. Pisces, this might be an ex that is wanting to pull you back into their, they want you back. They want to talk. They want to, heal the connection with you. But you may be like dating again, meeting other people, and just having a better experience. Okay, you have this Three of Cups here with the Ace of Wands. Okay, and it's clarified by the Three of Pentacles. So your advice from Spirit is just like, don't remember, like, you don't. We can forgive, right? Something that was like devastating, Ten of Swords, betrayal. We can forgive, but Spirit is like, don't forget, right? Don't forget how maybe you've had to really heal from all of this, right? And now you're feeling good. Three of Cups, right? You Ace of Wands. You've had like a glow up, or you're healing, you're feeling good, looking good, and that's probably what this person is, looking at. And Spirit is just like, don't forget about that. Some of you may have had to go to therapy. Is this person like really like you question your self-worth and value, and you just was, this person put you in like a very low vibrational energy, and you just didn't value yourself. You didn't recognize yourself anymore. And your spirit team is like, do not forget that. Do not forget how hard you've worked on yourself, you know, because this person sees now that you're happy and you're in a good space, and that may be why they want to come back. But I don't know. I don't like it. But it's not up to me. But if you know, I don't like it. This person could have like told you, you know, made you like feel really bad about yourself, right? And now, you know, you've come into acceptance of yourself. You're feeling good about yourself, and I don't know. They like you now, but they couldn't accept you then. It's something like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's almost like they want to come in now that you have fixed yourself up. You're in a better position financially, something like that, you know. And now they want to be a part of it when they couldn't stay with you when you were going through the process of getting there. And now they want to be a part of it. You know, they weren't there for the labor, but they want to enjoy the fruit. And that's, yeah, no. Your advice from spirit, I want to say, is to run. But you have the runner, and this feels like the other person. Fear of intimacy, running away. Yeah, this person, and that kind of clarifies my feeling. So Pisces, to sum it all up, it looks like you may have an ex who is watching you from afar, or they may be communicating with you. They see the changes that you have made, and you just have had this whole glow up, and you feel good, and you're looking good, and maybe your money's good, and they want to come back in. And have it, but you're just like, no, this person could have really like betrayed you, and they want to talk you through, oh, you know, I'm different, things are going to be different. And you know, you still have little feelings for this person, because, you know, so you want to listen to them, but just make sure that you're not being deceived again. Okay. And spirit is just like remembering, you know, all the things you had to do to get yourself to this place. Right. And that this person didn't honor that, you know. All right. So, yeah. So I hope that helps. I was looking to see if I see anything else, but I think that was pretty straightforward, Pisces. Okay. So you take it how it resonates and what's best for you. But you might have an ex that wants to return, but it's like they only want to look at you now because you know, you're doing good, you know, but what about when you were in the process of getting there, right? But not quite there. It's like they didn't honor that. Okay. I would rather someone respect my process, right, than to just see the fruit and say, oh yeah, right? But you know, what about when I was, you know, laboring? Where were you then, right? So yeah. So that's what I'm feeling. So I hope that helped, Pisces, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light.